You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the only one media group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, what's good? I am your host, dini-mussolini, joining you guys tonight, November the 2nd, right? So, what is up? Welcome to the show, of course. We're going to start this thing off a little bit different. We're gonna play a song first. We normally don't play the song first, but we got two for you, so we'll play one at the beginning of the show and of course a second one later on after the interview. But for right now we have Donte Credo, Feels Like Heaven, and we'll be right back.
Sometimes I just sit back and watch how you move, bring style to the way that you walk. You're not like other bras, so baby, overall, you're like a rag in the dark with electricity to keep nerves on in. So much that you can get paid in a spa, making a boss, get my wage to the cost, but I got that. So when I awake and I start my day, you find my side, so I can grind. Go ahead to my biz, cause I'm supplied with a lady that's ready to get down the ride. And I ain't gon' lie, feel like I can fly. Get motivation, but I need to start. I think Basquiat, I think Henry Tanner, cause you one fine piece of art, I'm silly, but you like that. A different dude with a sense of humor, gifted ruler with an instant soothe you, and a sweet technique that can heat the room up. Work out on beat, ain't speaking Zumba, but the feeling will be getting to ya. Look in my eyes when I'm inching to ya. That our love will start to feel like heaven made it. It's amazing what we're making. Feel you shaking, feel the placement, a feeling sacred to build a haven. Just be patient, the place I'm taking you just amazing. So come escape with and just embrace it. Never felt better cause there's no more waiting. Cause I swear this love, it feels like
heaven, yes. Baby, it feels like heaven, yes. Said it feels like heaven when you're next to me, baby. It feels like heaven when you're next to me. Ooh, it feels like heaven, yes. Said it feels like heaven. Said it feels like heaven when you're next to me, baby. It feels like heaven when you're next to me.
And I'm understanding this is something I never felt before. Homie, you can have it. Them guys and them ratchets, they bad, but Lord, shorty the baddest. I can imagine life without a beat, cause boy, we be wreaking havoc. And what we be doing behind closed doors, baby, that's magic. But them lames dissing, mad cause they can't hang wishing. The game's different, they change fishing for whatever they can bang with it, but I ain't tripping. My main mission is to keep you happy, and that's my aim with it. So I treat that good like the book of life. Just wanna make sure my name's in it. I'll ride for you, girl, cause you ride it for me. Remember when I was down, I was weak, dying to be something I can achieve. I would try, but would lie in defeat. When they gave up on me, you were right in the seat, and you were telling me to rise and compete. So now I'm a beast when I rhyme on the beat, because the love I feel for you is like heaven made it. It's amazing what we're making. Feel you shaking, feel the placement, a feeling sacred to build a haven. Just be patient, the place I'm taking you just amazing. So come escape with and just embrace it. Never felt better cause there's no more waiting. Cause I swear this love, it feels like
heaven, yes. Baby, it feels like heaven, yes. Said it feels like heaven when you're next to me, baby. It feels like heaven when you're next to me. Ooh, it feels like heaven, yes. Said it feels like heaven. Said it feels like heaven when you're next to me, baby. It feels like heaven when you're next to me.
Life gets no better when we're both caught up like we're in the rapture. drowned in a pool of laughter. Good times where we choose to gather, heart moving faster when I'm looking at you with bedroom eyes when I move to capture. Nobody when I look to master. Heart, mind, and soul won't lose a fracture because the love we share, it feels like
heaven made it.
It's amazing.
What we're making,
feel you shaking,
to feel the place,
the feeling sacred,
to feel the hate.
Just be patient, the place I'm taking you just amazing. So come escape with
and just embrace it.
Never felt better, cause there's no more waiting.
Because I swear it feels like heaven, yes. Baby, it feels like heaven, yes. Said it feels like heaven when you're next to me, baby. It feels like heaven when you're next to me. Ooh, it feels like heaven, yes. Said it feels like heaven. Said it feels like heaven when you're next to me, baby. It feels like heaven when you're next to me.
Now, guys, this is how you start off a show with some dope music. Man, what a record that was. I gotta tell you guys, I like discovering new artists, and I'd say it's gonna be probably one of my favorites so far for this half since August. Like, we've had a bunch of dope artists on the show, but I think Donte takes the cake, right? Oh yeah, I'm loving that one. I gotta play that one again. Oh yeah. So, turning lemons into lemonade. We've all heard this phrase at least a few times in our lives, right? One trait that almost all successful people have in common is the ability to turn negatives into positives. Disappointments and setbacks will come for everyone, even the super achievers. The difference with successful people is that they are able to benefit from everything that happens, positive or negative. In fact, problems are a great source of opportunity. The way to change problems into opportunity is to adjust your attitude and your approach. Instead of feeling sorry for yourself and letting your problems get the best of you, take a proactive approach. And I'll give you a few steps. Well, I'll just give you one. That means you have to get the other 5 in the next 4 episodes, right? So, one of the steps that you could do is emotionally detach yourself from the problem. What do you mean, Dini? Well, you have to get all mob-like, right? You have to have no emotional attachment to a disappointment. Like, I tell you this, you have, a guy once told me this, you have 6 seconds to react to whatever situation is affecting you. And then after those 6 seconds, it's your choice whether you want to stay in that mood or not. There's always a choice. Either you're going to let it ruin your day, ruin your mood, or ruin an opportunity because you're sour about something that happened that was beyond your control. Yep. I'll give you some more later, guys, in another show. But, we got to keep this thing rolling because we don't have all night. Well, actually, we do have all night, but I'm sure you fine folks out there have a lot of things going on. And I definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in with the kid. So, and here it goes. And it feels so good to be back with you guys once again. So one time for my people who are indigos and starseeds, and 2 times for my people who are vegans. If you're like me, we are averaging over 34,000 plus live listeners, and we've been at this for 4 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we're still growing, baby. It is all because of you guys, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, movies, and research in every aspect. And we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award-winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology geniuses, visual artists, from authors to professors and aliens. Or people think they're aliens. It doesn't matter, though, who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me, so check it out. To book your interview, just share a real cool story, you can email me at VRadio@onlyonemediagroup.com. That's V as in Victor. Or you can email me at chatwithdini@onlyonemediagroup.com. I'm passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do, and together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people who should hear it. So let's create something incredible. And with that, hello again, and welcome to an awesome episode of our podcast, Vigilantes Radio. Thank you guys again, as always, for tuning in and being a part of our audience family. Whether it is live or pre-recorded show, you already know I appreciate you guys for your time and your loyalty. Well, you know the number to dial. That's 701-801-9813 to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from the website, which is onlyonemediagroup.com. Scroll over to the Vigilantes Radio tab and slap that go live button, and you'll be right here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. So feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. We also have a plug-in with Google Hangouts where you can shoot me a message or two. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on the Google Play or iTunes store, or over at the website. And that goes for every single show that we've ever aired. Well, tonight's interview is the Donte Credo interview, and I am your host, dini-mussolini, as you couldn't guess it. So let's go ahead and dive deep into this interview, shall we? Oh yeah. So definitely inviting you guys to check out the pretty wicked and wise words from the mind behind the music of Donte Credo. He's truly a visionary artist. The music of Donte ranges in sound and scope. As you just heard, the first song I played was a little different from the song I first checked out. I watched this music video, checked out some other tunes. So this one was definitely different, and I liked it, okay? I liked it. I'm truly not quite sure what is going to come back through the answers here on the show. But hey, we are ready for that, right? But I know I want to listen just as bad as you guys do. Donte has a very different approach than most, and one that I can appreciate very much. Proud to have him here on our show tonight, and I'm extremely thankful he's taken out the time to talk to me here about the inner mechanics of his musical career and journey, what drives him to make the astonishing amount of music he makes, what fuels his tank, and what has brought him to music in the first place, and probably what his favorite cereal is. Nah, just kidding. We probably won't get that in depth, but you know where it's going to go. So when this airs live, we thank you a million times. Check them out as we dive deep into the interview. There should be some excellent perspectives here on art and music and our time with Donte. And with that, let's go ahead and welcome him to the show. Donte Credo, how's it going, and how are you feeling?
Dini, what's good, man? I'm feeling really good. Thanks for having me on Vigilantes Radio. I'm good, man. How you doing?
No doubt. Man, I am blessed by the best, I tell you.
Good. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How's the weather in North Carolina?
It's very bipolar. I would say that right now it's feeling really good, but it was we had thunderstorms a couple days ago, and it was like 80-something degrees the day before that. So it's very bipolar, up and down in North Carolina, but we're doing all right.
Definitely, man. I think we're experiencing some of the same here. I'm home here in Mississippi, and
Okay.
yeah, the weather is definitely bipolar, man. I have a sweater, a raincoat, a t-shirt, just in case, man. You
Yep.
never know what's going to happen, you know?
Right, you never know.
All right, man. So thank you, man. Thank you again, man, for your time, you know, to answer my rambling. That's just my style of interview, but you know, we'll get to the meat and the healthy parts of the interview, of course. So let's start from the top. Give us a bit of a summary of who you are and how your music career began.
Oh, definitely. Well, of course, my name is Donte. I go by Donte Credo. Who I am, honestly, I would like to say just diversity. I like to make music based on how I feel. I like to make just honestly whatever type of music that I feel at the moment. So if I want to do like an R&B type song, if I want to do a straight boom bap hip hop song, I just like to have the freedom to do that. I think, just being human, we like different things. We go through different emotions and different things throughout our day. So I just try to be able to hit all that. And it's kind of how I kind of base my style, just not to have a particular style, just make music. Music is freedom, so just whatever I feel like in the moment, that's the way I go. So, but what kind of got me into it, it's just I come from a family of musicians. So my dad got me involved with it, and he taught me from a young age to play various instruments and stuff, and it's something that's kept that stayed with me till now. So that's who I am.
So what instruments can you play?
Well, not as many as my dad taught me, which he probably would. He tells me all the time. He roasts me all the time. But right now, it's the drums and keyboards are the main things as far as composing and producing a little bit. But my dad was like the jack of all trades. So whatever instrument you would put in front of him, he would play it, from bass to acoustic guitar to the trumpet and drums, keyboards, pianos. He was just the type of guy who could do it all. So a really great musical mind. But as far as me, just the drums and the keyboards at the moment.
Right. All right, dope. And you mentioned diversity in your music. I couldn't resist. Are you bipolar?
I might be. I'm not even gonna lie. I might be. It's just honestly, when you probably listen to my music, and like I said, just one song I'm all the way over here, the next song I'm all the way over there. So I think. But at the same time, they always refer to musicians and artists as being a little bit crazy. So
crazy genius.
Right, exactly. So I'll go ahead and accept that one.
Definitely, man. But no, man, I think I prefer my artists to be diversified, show a little versatility. Because it gets boring after a while if you can predict an artist is going to come on a track. And I listened to a few of your tracks, man, and I can't nail down how you're going to come on a track. There's always something new, always a fresh breath. I remember when Drake first started, man, a couple of his albums, they all were the same cadence, and I think he started to realize it, and later on, he began to switch it up.
Right.
But
it's really important to, I think, to an artist, because again, like just the word in of itself, you're an artist, so you should be held to the standard of being able to create, and not so much as when you create something to continue to stay in that one template. And I like to challenge myself as an artist to regardless of how successful this one may be, let's try to push the boundary, let's explore and test my limits. Because as an artist, you want to be able to create just about anything you want to, because as a listener, again, if I can listen to this particular type of music and song when I'm working out, but I may not want to listen to that if maybe I'm going through some things, or that just got a lot of things on my mind. So it's just, you want to be able to, as an artist that's able to create something, you want to be able to touch all facets of somebody's life and not just one particular area. Because then, you said, it gets boring, it gets predictable, and honestly, it devalues who you are as a brand and as an artist. Because, okay, you only do this type of thing here, and it's just, okay, what else you got? So you gotta expand it and broaden your horizons when it comes to, especially making music.
True that.
Yeah.
So Donte, man, tell us what inspires and drives you to keep going.
Honestly, I want to be the best, and not so much as comparing myself to others, but comparing myself to myself. I want to be the absolute best version and the best Donte that I can be. And So I'm always wanting to push myself. I feel like even though I've been doing this for a while, I'm about 10 years in the game, but still, I still want to do better. I want to be better. So I'm always looking for ways to improve myself. And, it translates, to be a little bit, cocky and arrogant, but at the same time, you gotta have that. You gotta have that drive of, I'm only focusing on myself, but I know if I work as hard as I'm working, nobody else is going to touch me. If I'm putting those shots up in the gym, so to speak, and I know the work that I put in, I'm going to be confident because I know of the work that I put in, and I continue to put in. And it's just, I still got dreams. I still got goals. I still got things I want to achieve. And I'm trying to leave a legacy here. And until that legacy has been solidified and I can go back to my daughter and be like, this is what your daddy did, I still got work to do. And then that's what drives me every day, to be the absolute best. And, I just wish whoever tries to keep up, good luck.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man, before we get right into it, let's get a base reading for this whole interview thing. What would you say are 5 things to be 100% true about the music industry? And I'm sure you know what you're talking about. You've been at it for 10 years. You've seen fad and waves come and go.
5 things. Probably the most important thing, which if you look at mainstream, it probably may not be perceived as true, but you got to be yourself. You got to be yourself. Now, even though, again, people do ride waves, but at the same time, with those particular artists, I mean, you may hear of them and see of their success 1, 2, maybe 3 years, but then you don't see them anymore. And the ones that have established some longevity, they who they are, at least as an artist. Stay true to yourself. A second thing I would say, on top of staying true to yourself, do not get comfortable. Do not get comfortable. It's a sport. It's a sport. So just, I'm a big basketball fan, so I may give a lot of basketball analogies, but, in the sense that there's somebody, somewhere that's always working. And you got to keep that mentality. Someone somewhere that's writing that next hit song. There's someone somewhere that's writing those, some dope bars. And you got to be on your stuff. And as quickly as you arrive, you can fall even faster. So always stay on your grind. Always be working. Always be true to your fans. Another thing, don't take your fans and those who support you, your fan base, don't take them for granted. Because when things get rocky, and it will, though your fans are the ones who's going to be there to support you, to keep you afloat, because they'll appreciate you being true to them, you being true to who you are. You're always working, and your fans will give back. So that never underestimate the power of your fan base. And those are probably the main 3. Definitely, a fourth that I will say is never, regardless of what the situation may be, never burn bridges, or never, never get that inflated head, that never establish an arrogance where, now on the court or, in that booth, I feel like nobody can touch me. But when I'm dealing with people and I'm doing my, shaking hands and kissing babies type of thing, I never treat people like they're inferior to me. I'm always, being on the up and up with people, because at the same time, the saying, the people that you crap on the way, you step on the way up, you're gonna face those same people. I totally messed that up, but you get what I'm saying. The people you mess with, going on your way up will be the same people you face on your way down. such as like never burn bridges, always maintain a professional attitude, and keep and respect all people, regardless of what their quote unquote status may be at the time you encounter them, because you never know. Yes, you never know. And last, I don't think I really have a fifth one I can think of right now. So I'm just going to say revisit steps 1 through 4. 1 through 4, because those are the main 4 that's really helped me personally. Yeah. Just being myself, always working, never burning bridges, and being true to those who support me. That's helped me a lot. Yeah.
That's great, man, that you're giving us pointers that you even, try yourself or do yourself. And those are wise words. So if you're listening, take notes, man. Donte knows what he's talking about. Those are very great, valid points, and to stay working in this industry, even from the underground to the indie to the majors. Right. I think these 4 steps work in every step of the way. Mm-hmm. All right, man. Off the records, man. I want to say off the records. I mean, off the normal. When can we get a project from you? I go to your website and I see to be announced, and I'm ready for it to be announced.
I'm ready to announce it, like I am. Right now. So I'm gonna give the exclusive announcement right here on Vigilantes Radio. Nice. We're shooting for January 2018. We're looking to drop it.
Dope.
We've been working for a while. Of course, you're dealing with a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Clearing samples and all that type of stuff. But right now we're shooting for, actually I'm shooting personally for the 15th. So you heard it here first, January 15th. My album Ebb and Flow. I'm looking to have that released everywhere, iTunes, Google Play, just everywhere, Spotify. We're trying to go worldwide with it. But January 15th, I'm looking to drop Ebb and Flow. So
they'll be here in no time.
Yeah. So we're ready. So we're finally got some things back. We was actually wanting to get it out this year, but just hit a couple snags. But January 15th, we're just putting the finishing touches on everything, and we're ready to work. So January 15th.
Cool deal, man. How hard is that? Well, let me ask you this: how long have you been working on this album?
I've been working on it for the better part of 2 years.
2 years. How hard is it to contain yourself from not releasing any songs from your project?
Man, it's torture.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Because especially when that magic happens in the studio, when you get that one dope song and you just feeling like, bro, they got to hear this right now.
Yeah.
But then you have your cooler heads around, just like, nah, bro, hold, you gotta chill. And I'm like, okay, all right. You gotta build that anticipation and stuff. But man, it's torture for me, because that used to be a really big issue. I'm sure you heard of industry cats that had their album leaked and this, that, and the third, and trying to figure out who leaked their album. In my case, I didn't want to leak my own album. So I'm leaking my own stuff. It's just, but I just get so excited because at the heart of it, I'm still a huge fan of music, and it's. So I listen to just a lot of different types of music, and I'm just such a big fan of it. And if I make something I really love, I'm like, hey, y'all gotta hear this. But thankfully I have some people around me that's like, okay, you gotta chill. I understand it's a dope song and all, but you gotta chill. So I'll keep working on that part.
Definitely. Any features on it?
Nah, it will be a featureless album. It'll be all me. So all of the rapping, singing, and everything else, it'll be yours truly. So I was channeling my inner Nas and
Nice.
J. Cole with, dropping featureless albums. So I figured I'd take my crack at it too.
Nice. That was you singing on what was that? Looks Like Heaven?
Feels Like Heaven. Yeah.
Feels Like Heaven.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
What?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I'm even more amazed now.
Mhm. Yes, sir.
Nice. All right, Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, you guys better look out.
Hey.
You guys better look out,
Look out.
man.
Look out.
And then you produce a little bit, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Man,
sir.
okay. Forced to be reckoned with. Wow.
Yeah. It's just it's a passion. It's I like, in all honesty, then I love to do this. Like,
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice. Yeah.
Like, I love to do this, and it's just that passion. It's something that you just I really can't even put into words. It's just I love to do it, and I'm having fun. I'm having the time of my life when I'm in music and doing anything pertaining to music. So I just love it, man.
Yeah. So you've done mixtapes before.
Yes.
Will this be your first album? Because you said you mentioned that you're getting samples cleared.
Yep, it will be my first official album. I've done a mixtape that I did probably about 2 years ago, titled City of Pleasant Living. It did really well in my area. It's pretty much a project dedicated to my hometown, Shelby, North Carolina. It's just an area where there's not a lot of hope coming from that area.
Yeah.
And so just wanted to kind of give them a little hope, kind of shed some light on what goes on in the city, and we did well. And jumped on some other mixtapes with some people in the area, and so just okay, it's time to get that album out. And
Yep.
so
Mhm.
January 15th, that's what we're shooting for.
Dope. And because your music and sound change, styles and shift sometimes, I'm wondering, like, in a sense of releasing a project, and we talked about fads and waves, how they come and go, as well as being yourself. So with that in mind, and how the mainstream is always shifting sounds, there's always some new sound, some new style, do you focus on a particular sound or style when you're doing mixtapes and albums, or you just create a whole bunch of songs and then like, okay, this is for this project because it has some type of cohesive feel to it? I mean, how does that work for you?
Actually, it's a mixture of both for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I as much as I say, stay true to yourself, I mean that with 100% conviction. At the same time, that doesn't mean be ignorant of what's going on around you.
Yeah.
So just understanding what's hot these days. Now, I'm not saying change who you are and conform to whatever is hot. Now, if there's a style or something I like, I might do a track or two, in that particular style. Because, again, I feel like I'm an artist. I'm able to create. And, I can create in that vein. But, that's not who I am. Like, I can make a trap record, but I'm not a trap rapper. If
right.
that makes sense. So, I can make a trap record. I'm not a trap rapper, though. And, just whatever the style may be. So not necessarily being ignorant of what's around you. And yeah, you can pull and glean from, the things that are influential, or the wave, or the current wave that's going on. It's just not to drown yourself in it to where you become that, and then when the next wave comes, then it's like, okay, now what you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Because the fads, the tides have changed, so to speak, and now people are liking this particular style. So are you going to completely change yourself? So now, okay, you're not a trap rapper, and now what? So now you are, a backpacker, So it's like, so because then at that point, people are going to know, okay, you're not being real, you're just riding waves, and that's not being you. Drop go ahead and catch a wave so to speak. Go and get you that one ride, so to speak. But at the same time, staying true to who you are, there's still ways to get able to take from, whatever the current trend is and still make it yourself. Because probably the biggest knock that an artist can get is the dreaded, you sound like so-and-so.
Right.
You're trying to be like so-and-so, and I think a lot of people are falling in that category because, again, they just want to ride that quick wave. So, but, you can take from, the influence of the current trend and wave. You can still make it yours. So where if I were to drop a track record, you still know that's Donte, and that's Donte. He's on a trap record, but, I ain't, trying to be like what they're doing on a trap record. I'm still going to be me on it. And, and the way I feel about it, I'm going to make it even better than whatever the current trend is, because that's the type of work I'm going to put into it.
Right.
But, that's just pretty much what how I feel about it.
Man, dope. So, we're about to head into a new year already. I mean, dang.
Already, bro.
Yeah, already, man. It's like we just celebrated New Year's, not too long ago.
We did, yeah. It really did feel like that. It's crazy. It is crazy.
Man, it is.
And that's just, for me, that's just like, all the more reasons, like, you got to keep working. Because you look up and you wonder, where did the time go? And then you look back, okay, what you got to show for that time that you just missed? You got to work, man. You got to work.
Oh, yeah. I think the scientists are messing with the timeline or something.
I think something's going on.
Yeah, you watch Flash? Yeah. All right, so I think Flash is creating these flashpoints, man, because I'm missing like a whole year and a half of my life. I don't know where it went.
I think so. I think so. I think he's creating time remnants and all that stuff.
That daggone Barry Allen.
Yeah, that Barry Allen to mess things up again.
Hey, have you been watching the new season yet?
Oh, yeah. Now, I haven't. I missed the last couple episodes, so I got to catch up. So I'm going to catch up with it, but I watched the first couple episodes of the new season. So.
Yeah, same here. I missed the last two, so I don't have any spoilers for you listeners out there.
Okay.
But to me, it seems like the show is starting off real slow. You get that?
Yeah. It seems pretty, like, okay, where exactly are you trying to go? Like, where's the setup? Since I know that they're trying to get away from, the speedster bad guys, and they're trying to introduce a whole different feel, but it's like, okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just keep watching Arrow until I figure out what's going on the Flash.
Right, yep. At least we know what's going on Arrow,
Exactly.
All right, man. So I have an incredible need to avoid complacency, like the idea of settling into anything remotely comfortable to me nearly suggests creative stagnation. So do you believe in the same? And if so, tell me why, or tell us why this is such an important element of you and your career.
Because you don't want to be the reason that you don't hit your potential. Like that's the main thing of why you should never feel complacent or comfortable. Which is part of the steps that we talked about earlier. Like you never want to get to a place where you feel like you don't have to work, or you don't have to continue to perfect the craft or whatever it is that you do. That you always should stay sharp, stay ready. And be on the top of your game and even pushing yourself beyond your limits, because again, if you're not doing it, somebody else is, and that spot that you work to get at, somebody's gonna catch you, somebody's gonna take you out, and even if it's not so much as for a competitive sense, it's for your own self progression. If you have this untapped potential, but yet you experience some success and you feel like, okay, I made it, you're doing an incredible disservice to yourself, because you're hindering yourself, and there's no telling that little success that you experience. There's no telling what other successes, and that success could be anything, not necessarily monetary, but you would never know. And so just always pushing yourself. And I've really been big on just leaving a legacy for myself. So there's just no telling what you would do or how you affect your story in the profession that you're in if you don't continue to push yourself, if you don't continue to perfect the craft that you say that you are an artist of. Mm-hmm. So that's very important. Very important.
Yeah. And what happens in your life when you step outside the comfort zone?
Well, outside the initial shock and being, scared out of your mind, it's just a lot of us, we like to be comfortable in things that we are familiar with, and that's a given. Me personally, when I step out of that comfort zone, and I get over that initial shock, the first thing I do is I try to study. I try to kind of research just where I am, where I'm trying to go. But then at the same time, I try not to do too much of that, because then that allows me an excuse to stay still, so to speak. Mm-hmm. It's always good to have a plan. But at the same time, what's the use of having a plan if you don't have the motivation to work the plan? Exactly. Or if you don't have, just the gumption to just get up and go. A lot of things won't come, as far as the successes and opportunities that may come your way. A lot of it won't come with, okay, I'm going to go from point A, then point B, then point C, and so forth. You're going to have to go to where you go from point A to point G to point W to point M, and it's just, all you got to do is just go. And as long as you keep working and you stay focused on the goal, something's going to happen. It may not be exactly what you want to do. I always look at it like this. I know it's an old saying. I'm not sure who actually said it, but they say it's better to aim high and miss than to aim low and hit. That type of thing. So just step out of your comfort zone. Go for that goal, and you may not hit it that first time, but you're going to land in the place where you're going to hit it eventually. Right. So, just you step out there. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's stressful, but it's all for a reason. So just keep working and keep pressing, and it's going to happen.
Yes, sir. And speaking of comfort zone, going back to your album that's about to release, I know this is an exciting time. You can hardly contain yourself. You're bouncing off the wall. But do you feel a sense of fear? Like,
oh yeah,
like pressure. Yeah. Like, what are the critics going to say? What are my fans going to say? What is the industry going to think? Are you feeling that kind of pressure?
Yes and no. I feel that way all the time, because I think as an artist, you're always going to keep that in mind, especially if you're really passionate about it. Like, is this something they're going to rock with? What are they going to think? How is it going to be received? Is it a good enough product to where people would even want to check you out? Or even ultimately something that they would even be considered of buying. So I think about that all the time. Now, is it stressful? Yes. A lot of people may not want to admit that. But yes, it is stressful. Because one thing an artist knows that, the struggle is real out here. So unless you hit that certain mark, people aren't, just tossing money at you. And it takes a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of work to do the things that we do. But at the same time, despite all that the stress and fear, again, it's just the assurance that, if I'm true to myself and I'm being, doing the absolute best that I can of, giving the absolute best product that I can present, that I would appeal to the people that I will appeal to, and they will respond. And if I continue to do that, then they will respond, and then more people will respond, and then so on and so forth, that it will grow. It's kind of like, the whole Field of Dreams thing. If you build it, they will come type of thing. So just staying true to myself and continue to work. And even though, yes, those things are in the back of my mind, but just continuing just to work and let the product speak for itself. And they can relate to that project and to my category of work, because it's me, it's who I am. And if they can relate to that, then I know that, eventually it will grow into whatever my ultimate goal will be. But yeah, man.
Definitely. All right, so how seriously do you feel you take your music? Now, I know, and this is all from, just speculation based off of their personas, but I can imagine an artist like Kanye or J. Cole being super serious. You get in the studio with them, it's all work, no play. And I'll be the same way. That's who I prefer to work with. But
yeah,
there's also Travis Scott or the Migos. You're bound to throw a few back, take a few B's to the head, maybe joke around, and still be able to do your work as needed. But how seriously do you feel like you take your music? I could just imagine Kanye being just super focused. He hardly ever smiles. So,
right,
it's,
exactly.
it's all
right.
business for him. All business. Everything's a transaction.
Yeah. I just think I'm more towards the serious, focus, let's work, just because I know what it took for me to even have the opportunity of getting in the studio. So just for the longest time, me personally, my idea of a studio was someone at an apartment that, bought some mattress, egg crates from Walmart and made their, makeshift studio, microphone hanging from the lights, like that type of set. And so being able to actually go to a professional studio now, it's like I'm grateful because I realize where I come from. So this is not going to be something I take for granted. And then that's me and my story. So now at the same time, do I have the time of my life? Oh yeah. I have so much fun at the studio, but at the same time, when it's time to work, when it's time to lay those vocals and get some things done, it's like, now I'm all work. Let's get this done. We can joke and have fun once everything's been, accomplished. But I'm more on that, J. Cole, Kanye type of thing. But I'll smile a lot more. I'm not. I don't think I'll reach Kanye focus just yet. But but yeah, I am very serious, just because me personally, just how long it took me to get in a professional setting like that. It's something that I don't take for granted. And so it just, even before I go, and a lot of people do their creative process a little different. They rather go to the studio than write, or create, or take a few to the head, and just whatever comes out. But I like to have everything set. In that case, I do like to have a plan to where I got 6, 7, 8 songs that are ready to go right now, and I'm gonna knock every last one of them out. That type of thing. And so that's kind of how I take my studio sessions. So I'm pretty serious about it.
Yes, sir. Man, that brother Kanye was so focused, he's running to street signs and everything.
Yeah, that's how focused he was.
But no, I don't want to get on Kanye like that, man. Man, Kanye's a musical hero of mine.
Yeah, he's a genius, man.
Yeah, I don't want him to listen to the, hey, man, what was that joke? Like, nah, man, I love you, man, no. But, yeah, it's all good, Kanye. So, are you finding yourself wrapped up with the particulars of the industry, though? Like, how you got all the legal steps to take care of, you got to get your ASCAPs, your BMIs, you got to dot your I's, cross your T's.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And one thing, it's something that you'll have to learn yourself.
Oh.
I would recommend, especially making sure your bases are covered. because just, you have people with not the purest of intentions, and they're going to just honestly take advantage of you and let you make your money until they can exploit you. A sample that's been uncleared, they're going to let you make all your money from your song, wait till you hit 1 million, and then they're going to sue you to take that 1 million. So it's a lot of things you got to protect yourself. So learn the ins and outs as much as you can, honestly. Be an expert on the business yourself. And then if you can, get you an entertainment lawyer that can go over those contracts and everything for you. But if you can't, I'm going to say something that, is maybe not be the most popular thing these days, but read a book. Read. Get you those books. It may not have to be a book these days. Read your iPad. Get that information. However you get that information, read and understand. How you need to move legally when it comes to moving your music, because it can be the thing that literally breaks you, because it could be that one thing that can cause someone that will want to take advantage of what you're doing to sue you and take everything you got.
True that.
Yep.
True that.
Yep.
Man, you dropping jewels for them. So when people close their eyes and listen to your music, what would you hope they would see in their minds? Where would you like your music to take them?
I want them to create their own music video to my song. Just like put yourself in that song, and you're musically going through that journey of whatever that song is talking about. Whatever the content is being spoken, you can hear it, you can feel it, feels like heaven. I want you to visualize, you close your eyes, you listening and talking about just how special that loved one is to you. How every time you're beside that person, it feels like heaven. And it's just, that's just one thing that really makes me fall in love with music, because music takes you to that place. It's an escape from whatever you may be going through in your life. That's what I really like for my music to do, because a lot of the music that I've become such a fan of has done that for me. It takes me to another place, and it takes me to that place. And there's songs you can listen to and you may not know anything about, but the way they present it, sing it, rap it, you think you know all about it. So I'm personally, I'm not a gangbangger, I'm not a street dude in the slightest, but I'll listen to some Good Kid, Mad City, and To Pimp a Butterfly, something like that from Kendrick Lamar. Now I'm thinking I'm from Compton, so it's just, that's just how powerful music can be, because it can take you there. It can paint that picture for you. And then that's just something, you want a good artist to be able to do. So whatever I'm going through in life, I can listen to you and you can take me there. So that's what I try to do.
Yep. So I'm definitely interested in the do-it-yourself aspect of what you create. And one of the hardest things I have to confess that I've had to learn as a solo artist is when to cut myself off in the studio, when enough is finally enough and I've already sung or rapped my best. Sometimes my tendency with no one else around has been to spend too much time on a track, overthinking it, reworking it, remixing it, blah, 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 blah. What I want to know from you, though, is how do you do it? How do you know when your song is fully completed?
Well, it works a couple ways for me. The main way is, I already hear the completed song in my head. Every, vocal, either, the type of tone I need to take, to the little ad-libs, the little harmonies, and just whatever, every aspect of that song, I already hear it in my head. So I'm just trying my best to make sure that my voice doesn't give out on me to do what I'm hearing in my head.
Right.
And that's most of the time. That's, I would say, about 75-80% of the time. That's how I'm approaching the song and know, okay, now it's completed. And then, of course, you do have those moments where you are just kind of messing around and, okay, let's try this, let's try that. and which sometimes that can be just as effective, if not more effective in some cases, where you're really trying to just see what happens. Let's just kind of toss this against the wall and see what sticks, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, if there's a concept or a song or a beat that I'm hearing, I can already hear the song in my head. It's just, okay, how can I translate it and make sure that I'm doing it exactly the way that I hear it? Then if I'm able to achieve it, I'm like, okay, I'm good. It's a good song. I'm done. Let's move on to the next one. So yeah, that's what I do.
Dope. All right, cool, man. I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. So I was going to let this be an option, but man, you're too dope for this, so it's not an option anymore. So
right.
After the music break, we'll be back to put Donte Credo in our traditional hot seat to hear either some good old singing, maybe a poem, spoken word, maybe a freestyle rap, or a joke, or a story, or a live instrument from our special guest. Well, you never know what these creative minds and vessels will produce in the spotlight. And when we come back, we'll find out if he have what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of his true artistry. But for right now, we have Donte Credo, The Good Life, and we'll be right back.
Here's a toast to the good life I'm about to have. Here's to the fast cars and no shopping tags. I got the bag. Here's to the flow haters know I ain't got the brag, cause they know that I got the gas. Here's to the bad bitch on my side, yo, and you know that she got the ass. Here's to the good life and those hood nights with my babe when my stock was trash. She ain't no bird bitch tryna cop the grab, cause she hope that I got the cash. She's been a rider, holding me down through it all, so you know that we bout to mash. I'm no comedian, ain't telling no jokes, but you know that she got the gag. So I'm like, cups up, what's up? It's the goodbye to big and broke days. Ain't gotta work at that lame job no more days. Born free, party, non-stop, without a pause or watch for an alarm clock. Drama, all stop when you get on, watch the hater jaw drop. I've been prepping for the feeling when I get the win after taking hella losses. But with the pen, I'm sitting in the victors, then the bosses, and it's all on me, nigga.
Now it took some time, but it's finally paying, so we gon' celebrate like we made it. Haters wanna see us decline, never mind what they saying, so we gon' celebrate like we made it.
We gonna party like they ain't got to work. Bullshit like they ain't got to work. Party like they ain't got to work. Bullshit like they ain't got to work. Party like they ain't got to work. Bullshit like they ain't got to work. Party like they ain't got to work. Bullshit like they ain't got to work.
Like ups up,
What's up?
it's the goodbye to being broke days. Ain't gotta work at that lame job no more days.
I've been on that rock out until I clock out. Wake up, then clock back in. For the time I slept, I put in overtime until the goal is mine to clock back in. Give me mad props for how I craft plots. Kick the door until the crack in. Give me racks on racks on racks on rack till the track in, nigga.
Now it took some time, but it's finally paying, so we gon' celebrate like we made it. Haters wanna see us decline, never mind what they saying, so we gon' celebrate like we made it.
Here's to the long hours for short pay, the fleeting moments for the cash flow. The strong doubters would have bought prey to be your opponents kissing ass. So it's the late nights with broken dreams, but your babe keep telling you the right bars. And here's to telling her it's not in vain, and you'll grind until the good life is ours. Here's the long drives with no gas, the cater flights up in first class. Hating niggas see you hurt and laugh, and now you see it then skirt past. It's the people doubting you, and now they're crowding you, and disavowing, now they're off, they're crowning you, and frowning, clowning you, and hounding you. But the real ones surrounding you will keep rebounding you. Cups up, what's up?
It's the goodbye to being broke days. Ain't gotta work at that lame job no more days.
Born free,
Now it took some time, but it's finally paying, so we gon' celebrate like we made it. Haters wanna see us decline, never mind what they saying, so we gon' celebrate like we made it.
We gonna party like they ain't got to work. Bullshit like they ain't got to work. Party like they ain't got to work. Bullshit like they ain't got to work. Party like they ain't got to work. Bullshit like they ain't got to work. Party like they ain't got to work. Bullshit like they ain't got to work. Party like they ain't got to work. Bullshit like they ain't got to work. Party like they ain't got to work. Bullshit like they ain't got to work. Party like they ain't got to work. Bullshit like they ain't got to work. Party like they ain't got to work. Bullshit like they ain't got to work.
Alright, and we are back again. That was Donte Credo with The Good Life. So, I was kind of blown back by this track because I'm like, you know what? I can wake up to this song as a song to play while I commute on the long ride, and this is a song I could play in the gym when I'm working out. This is also a song I can just kick back to with the homies or just solo dolo and chill. And this is a song I can actually just listen to just to vibe with the lyrics and what he's talking about. This song has it going on, man, like for real. I think this is going to be my favorite one. I was a little lost when the song stopped because I was like, oh man, that's it. About to hit play again. They don't mind. They will not mind. He has that kind of flow, that kind of music to make the Illuminati say, hey, we want you. I mean, I hope he never has to make that. Actually, I do, because they'll let him know that he's put in the work and the journey is real. You know, who's to say if is the Illuminati real or not? Well, I'll put it this way. I know somebody who said it's like old school recruitment. They're just taking young brothers and making them rich. Well, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And if you told them I said it, I'll deny it and delete this episode. So don't do it. Snitches get stitches. I just blew it. All right, so the journey is the reward. If you give 2 children a room full of toys, they'll soon be fighting over them. I know, I have 3 of them. Give them a room full of nothing, and they will soon be cooperating and inventing games to play together. Me and my brother, we grew up poor. I know all about this. So the high-tech startup company is an exciting place to work. They can barely make the payroll each week because, you know, it's all work and no profits at first. Kind of like music careers, right? The most of the employees take stock options in lieu of higher salaries. Still, everyone gives it their all, working as a team to get the company established. Then the products begin to succeed in the marketplace. A public offering brings in cash and makes everyone a millionaire. That's usually how it works for video games and software startup companies. But when the money rolls in, the partners start to quarrel. Why is that? It seems like everyone is getting a divorce. The partnerships are falling apart. The friendships are just diminishing. It's an awful sight. And the employees begin to update their resumes. Once the money starts to flow, everything seems to fall apart. You guys heard the saying, be careful what you ask for. And the saying goes, because you just might get it. Now, I don't know if you believe in God or in a higher power, but I pray a lot. And when I pray, I ask for favor for certain doors to be closed and certain doors to be open. Now, I also say, if you're asking God for favor and open doors, and you're a firm believer, you have faith, you have all that good stuff, be prepared to contain it all, because he will flood you. And that is what's happening to me now. I'm flooded. You know, the concerts are back to back. I'm like, okay, God, I'm tired now. I'm tired. The interviews are back to back. Okay, God, I don't really like talking. I'm an introvert. You know, and other opportunities, other doors have been opened. You know, so I just say, man, if you're going to pray to God and you're a faith believer, you're a firm believer, even if it's just a higher power, or just affirmative actions, positive action, energy, law of attraction, law of intention, make sure that you can contain it when it comes. Okay? So be careful what you ask for, because you just may get it. Why is that so often when we get what we're after, it seems to be empty? It leaves us with an empty feeling. It's because we fail to realize that the journey that we were on was the actual reward. As Donte said, he started out in the makeshift studio, the apartment with the eggshells, with the microphone hanging from the light. We all had one. We probably all still have one. But he said he's recording now in a studio. I mean, not like, you know, the 2 dual monitors still in the apartment with the eggshells. Yeah, I'm talking about the boards, the glass. I'm not sure what type of setup it is, but when he said studio, I could hear it in his voice. It was a studio, okay? And something he said, I remember where I started. See, he already knows that journey to get into that studio he's in now recording. That whole process was the reward, and he appreciates being in the studio because his beginnings were very humble. So Donte is gonna have no problems, you know, understanding what the journey is, what that means to, you know, have your blood, sweat, and tears pay off. Not that overnight success that tends to happen every blue moon or red moon, but the actual grind, the actual work, the effort, the going to sleep thinking about it, the waking up thinking about it, talking to friends and family about it, because that's all you know, that's all your life is consumed with. And I use consume loosely, but I mean it in all of its power when you say the word consume. Your life is consumed with music, and you can hear it in Donte's voice when he talk about his music. So we don't have to worry about Donte. He's going to be okay. So we fail to realize that the journey is the reward. Goals and aspirations are important because of what you become in getting there. Once the goal is reached, it has little value, and it's time to set a new goal. For the longest on the show, I had one listener for almost a year. I was actually losing money. But persistence, I knew where I wanted to be. And we're not even there yet. We're nowhere close. No, we're trying to get like the Breakfast Club or Oprah, you know. Yeah, we're trying to get on TV, right? So we have a long way to go. But where we started with one listener, oh man, you guys mean so much now. Even back then, that meant a lot for one person to tune in religiously. And they still do. Man, so grateful for it. So life is a continuous growth process. If you're not growing, my friends, you're not living. And with that, let's bring the man of the hour back, Donte Credo. You're back live and in our hot seat. What did you have for us?
Yes, sir. I mean, I can drop some bars, man.
Oh yeah, that's why I said, man, yeah. You no longer had that option.
Okay.
Too dope for that.
All right, let's see. All right. Let's drop some bars. All right. Yo. Moment of silence for the people we done lost. Moment of silence for you Ryan Lochte, whack rappers fronting online like and fibbing for applause. But we know you really pissing on them walls. You can really earn medals if you insist on being robbed. But I'm like Ryan Lochte too. So you nigga with an attitude that you ain't seen in them before. So when it's time to get my shit off, I'll be kicking down the door. What's up? Just a rapper with high standards, a wide gamut. Best rapper alive on 5 planets in 9 minutes. That's Hitman. Don't let not high damage. So if you become a target, you know you're gonna die, damn it. Rest in peace to mumble rap. Cause all I'm hearing is murmur, and I ain't wanna hear none of that. Disrespecting the goats, better be humble, scrap. These bars will leave you all duct taped and bubble wrap. Mumble that. Better get off me. You thinking that I'm rapping as a hobby? Hardly. Y'all harbor discipline like I was Army. With the Call of Duty to off every one of you zombies. Sorry, I'm in the dark place right now. High stakes right now. Like everybody wanna play right now. Be fakes right now. Rappers thinking they great like how? Till you fall up in the cage with the ape. Like how you gonna survive against the rap savage? Your rap's average. Coming at me talking about rats, carrots, and fat asses. I get you drugs till they have to come and save you from the pen. Listen, it'll be like Harambe in Cincinnati all over again. Or the kid with the alligator. You keep playing close to the wall, thinking you won't get bothered until you get clamped down in the jaws of a monster. You looking like food. So maybe come and Usain Bolt you. Let's break out fast. Because most of y'all are straight out trash. Like I'm a lord of this ring. Turning fraud to the means. If you ain't fighting it, you shall not pass. It's light. But trust me, I'm ball heavy. They got you wannabes all edgy, nigga, because I don't think that y'all ready. You disrespecting the culture, you poachers, get your head shot, and then I'm back to the money. It's Credo.
Oh, man. Get this guy on Sway in the morning. Oh, man.
We're going to get there. We're going to get there.
Jeez. Oh, man. A lot of quotables in there. Mumble that. Oh,
yes,
my
sir.
goodness. Oh, man. So, are what do you play? PS or the Xbox?
PS, man. I'm a PS fan.
Nah, I can't mess with you, Dan.
I know. I used to be Team Xbox, and then I defected, bro. I defected.
Man, I was gonna try to catch you on some of them zombie games there, but I can't do it. And then they playing with the cross-platform. They mentioned like 5 years ago, and now they hesitant about putting it out there.
Yeah, which I don't know why. I think that's like a great idea.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think they plan. I'm thinking it's those business money issues or whatever. Like people just want to play, man. Just let us play.
Yeah, just let us play. But man, that is a dope, man. I'm gonna have to rewind this as soon as it's over. I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Oh man, he went Super Saiyan on us.
Of course, man. This is what we do.
Sir. All right, man. Websites. We are, after all, here to help promote you and your music. So let us know where we can send people to find out more about you and your music online.
Man, y'all go to DonteCredo.com. That's DonteCredo. DonteCredo.com. Also, just look me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever social media platform you like. Trust me, I'm on that. So, holler at me at Donte Credo. And, of course, SoundCloud and all those other music sites. So I'm search Donte Credo, bro. You're going to find me. You're going to find me. Let's connect, man. Let's build.
And guys, just in case you didn't catch those links, I have them in the description of the show. So all you have to do is click it. That's right. My fingers did all the work for you. Thank me later. No, thank me now. All right. So you made it to the end, man. This is the Vigilantes Radio Open Floor, a place and moment for you to say anything at all that you would like to bring up that I could have missed that you probably wanted to chat about. But I just want to thank you again for taking out the time. All the best to you in the remainder of 2017 and beyond. Sure. But for right now, man, you have the open mic.
Well, I just, first of all, much love, much respect. Thank you for having me, Danny, on Vigilantes Radio. It's been an absolute honor, man. I really had a great time doing this. Got to do it again. But, that's it, man. Just y'all rock with me, connect with me. Let's build. And I'm pretty active on social media, so I'm not the ones where if you add or talk to, it takes 10 years for somebody to respond to you. So. Connect with me, talk with me, I'll talk back. So DonteCredo.com, connect with me, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, at Donte Credo. And that's it, man. I appreciate y'all checking out, allowing me to be on the show. And again, let's do it. Let's work.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out the podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download. I'm going to have to charge you for this one because he spit such a hot verse on it. I'm going to have to do like a little sample, and then you have to pay for the rest. No, I won't do you like that. But you can grab it from either Spreaker.com/Only One Media Group, iTunes, YouTube, any app on the Google Play or iTunes Store, our website, which again is onlyonemediagroup.com, and that goes for every single show that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request some music or send something for me to play or even request a guest, email me at theradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. That's V as in Victor. Make sure you label your music. You can also email me at chatwithdini@onlyonemediagroup.com. Here's my disclaimer. We're genre free. We do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, something you got to deal with. Just kidding. On behalf of myself, dini-mussolini, I appreciate you guys for tuning in either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word because sharing is hearing. And we stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the unwritten rule. And one final thought, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just being that. Avoid being too comfortable. You're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.